On this week's episode, we help future hunters plan a food plot. We have some great tips for you, and we update you on our food plots. The legacy of the sportsman is fading. And traditions are being lost. We are not just meant to live on this earth, but we are to subdue it and have dominion over it. To preserve the sport of hunting, pass on traditions to the youth. That is our legacy. The legacy of the hunting grounds.
The Hunting Grounds is brought to you by Lucky Buck, Popeyes of Northwest Arkansas, SJF Productions, Rhino Outdoors, Eagle Seed, Antler Dirt, Shaybug Design, and Hook, Line, and Sinker Outdoors. And now time for the Diggin' 365 Management Moment.
On last week's episode, we asked you guys to contact us if you guys had tips or techniques that would aid other hunters in the field. And on this week's episode, Troy Minnie contacted us, and here's his tip.
Hi, my name's Troy Minnie, and I'd like to thank the Hunting Grounds for taking the time to express, their thoughts and opinions on the way they do things, and asking us to share our input on some of the hunting tips that we have. The one that I'd like to share is one that I use all the time, every day when I go to the woods. I don't hunt out of a lot of fixed hunting stands. I'll hunt out tree saddle, which requires carrying climbing sticks. And one of the big things that I hate most about climbing sticks is transporting them in and out. They're loud, they're bulky, and what I've done is I've took a set of climbing sticks that I use every day, and I have come up with an idea to transport them in and out of the woods that makes them quieter, easier, and so that's what I like to share with y'all today. Well, now we're going to assemble the sticks, and we're going to assemble as if we just come down out of the tree. So usually when you're coming down out of the tree, they're just getting dropped to the ground and they'll be in a pile. But what I do is when you hit the ground, you take your yaw thread and you feed it up through your first stick. Take your strap off, stick it in your bag. Take your second stick, take your strap off, feed it through. And on these particular sticks, I keep the bottom steps, I'll keep pointed straight, and the top steps the same way. And I'll leave one strap on, and I'll show you why. But after you get the first ones put on, and then when you go to feeding this your next stick on, again, see I've left it on here. Go ahead and take this part, hold up on the bottom of your all thread, put this on, take your wing nut, tighten it down, and as it tightens up, drill your hose close enough to your Versa button to where your wing nut is right against it, and then you can stop it there, and that keeps it'll also act as a lock to keep your strap from coming off. Then after you've put all your straps back in your bag, when you're ready to go, you can loosen off on your buckle, and you can sling them just like you're gonna carry a gun, and that's how I carry my climbing stick. If I had to give you a tip on anything, on your wing nut, paint it orange, because it disappears whenever you get down out of your tree in the dark. You'll see that if you'll try this, you'll see that you'll be able to enter the woods and get to your tree and get up in your tree a lot quieter, especially when you're messing with them smart bucks that you don't want them to know that you're around.
If you have a unique tip or technique that may aid other hunters in the field and would like to submit them to the hunting grounds, please contact us at thehuntinggrounds@gmail.com.
We're back out on this property, came out a few weeks ago, did some consulting. They came out and they worked the food plots. Now we brought them Eagle Seed soybeans and we're planting the plots.
We've been in drought for at least a month, and we're out here today because we're predicted to have a little bit of rainfall, so we're hoping that it'll help the soybeans out a lot.
Good? Thank you, girls. You'll see yourself on the next video. If you guys have been keeping up with us on the hunting grounds, our food plots are now doing absolutely fantastic. A couple weeks ago we came out here and we were in the start of a drought, and over these past 2 weeks we've got a little bit of rain that's really helped the food plot grow a lot. So you can tell by our utilization cage that the deer are definitely in here. They're in this food plot and they're hitting it pretty hard, and they're in here right now hitting on these large leaves on these Eagle Seed soybeans. There's a lot of protein in here and it's very digestible, and the deer are absolutely attracted to them. Now when we were out here 2 weeks ago, our soybeans were maybe close to 14 inches inside our utilization cage. You can see now they're right at the top of the utilization cage, and for the most part our food plot is doing pretty well. There's still some spots around the food plot that's still suffering from the mature trees, taking all the moisture out of the soil, but otherwise these Eagle Seed soybeans are living up to their name. Now during the next few weeks we definitely need some more rainfall on the food plot. It's just not cost effective to try to transport water out here and to water the food plot. Hopefully during next week's episode we're able to come out here and show you guys that the soybeans have even put on more height than our food plots, and hopefully by that time they put some blooms on and they're going to be not too far from starting to put on their soybeans. Well, that's it for this week's episode. Guys, if you aren't following us on Facebook, be sure to check us out on Facebook as The Huntin' Grounds. And until next week, go out of your way to get youth or a new hunter involved in the outdoors. And as always, have a better than average day.
To learn more about the Hunting Grounds, be sure to check out our Facebook page and our website at thehuntinggrounds.com. And be sure to follow us at Twitter at THGTV.
Music for the Hunting Grounds is provided by Brian Matthew Ellis.
The last bit of the fresh homemade Huntin' Grounds cookies, and they're still pretty warm. Dude. Oh my God. Where you go?
If you have a unique technique.
No.
What? No what?
Take my climbing sticks, which are popular blend.
Yeah,
Start over.
On this. Taylor just stoned out there somewhere. Okay, here we go. Okay.